Good morning, classy people. How y'all doing? Wayne Bolden. It is Oaks morning. It's very early in the morning. I'm in the studio having coffee. And of course, hopefully everybody out there seen the quick video I put out about the veterinarians list. Please go look. There are Oaks horse and Derby horses on that list. But I wanted to take a look at the undercard on Saturday. Of course, my Derby picks are out there with that video, but there's a tremendous card on Saturday, and we're going to run through some of the races. Not going to do it traditionally like we typically do, because we want to touch at least most of these stake races. So we're going to run through them and mostly with the picks that we like or we believe horses that could be competitive. And we're going to start in race number 11, the race right before the Derby. It is the Turf Classic for 4-year-olds and up. Well, going a mile and an eighth for $1 million on the grass. And it is the Foster Bourbon Turf Classic. Very nice field, full field of 10. Well, this field is highly competitive. I mean, you should be able to find your flavor in here. One of the top horses that I'm going to look to, that I like a bunch in here, is the number 1 horse. Ironically, we're starting at the top, Ivar. Well, Ivar is a very talented horse that has 11 starts with 5 wins and 2/3 for close to about $900,000, almost $1 million. Lobo is our trainer of record. Got my boy Talamo in the yard, so you know I'm fired up. I like Ivar in this spot, and I believe this horse has always been very talented, always tackle grade 1 company. And of course, the trainer, Lobo, is a decent trainer. He's clicking at 21%. Him and Joe Talamo is about 12 or 13% as a combination. But again, this horse is coming off of a 182 day layoff after running in the Breeders' Cup Mile back there in November at Del Mar, of course, right? And again, the horse should be fresh as a 6-year-old. Space Blues won that Breeders' Cup Mile, and the speed figures on this horse, all of his races are just fantastic. Always show up. Don't do a whole lot of winning the last 4 or 5 races, but again, it's very talented. Now the horse is 4-1, and Ivar, I believe, is going to be my top pick in here. Chad Brown does have 3 horses in here. One that needs to take mention is Public Sector, the number 3. I'm not really high on Public Sector, but you can't knock them. Public Sector, this 4-year-old by Kingman, has 5 wins from 10 starts. That's 50%. We don't expect anything different from Chad Brown. And the number 3, Public Sector, to me, coming off of a 180-day layoff, speed figures are light. Now, is making his 4-year-old debut. These horses actually improve between 3 and 4. He would have to improve a whole bunch here, but that wouldn't be nothing new for Todd Pletcher's horses, right? So again, the number 3, Public Sector, do deserve some mentioning in here. I don't particularly like them in this spot in terms of win, so I would use Public Sector underneath for sure. And again, Chad Brown has Tribhuvan in this race, the number 4. This is the second of the 3. Well, Tribhuvan, the number 4 horse, 5 wins from 21 starts, 3 seconds and 3/3 for almost $700,000. Again, another big break. Now, Chad Brown does it better than most. I know Billy Mott does a beautiful job in bringing horses off of long layoffs, as well as Christopher Clement and McGahee's and the Mandelas. So those guys are professionals and classy people. And the number 4, to me, coming off this long layoff, coming out of the Breeders' Cup Turf, this gelding, to me, has numbers 2 and 3 back that puts him right smack dead in the race. And as far as I'm concerned, this horse should be considered a win contender of the Chad Brown runners. Tribhuvan is a very nice horse, 5-1 on the morning line, just like Chad's other horse, Public Sector, the number 3, who we're not that crazy about in the win hole, but we'll play him underneath. But the number 4, Tribhuvan, will be on our ticket as a win contender in here for sure. I think it takes mentioning the other Chad Brown horse in this race. Of course, I have never seen this horse run. He only has one run in the United States, the number 8, at Hamo. At Hamo has 4 wins from 12 starts. Again, ran over at Fairgrounds in the Fairgrounds Stakes on February 9th, coming off of a 77-day layoff, and the speed figure is just too light in here. Have been beaten by Calvary Charge, who's in this race, the number 7 horse. And of course, this horse, the number 8, is 9-2. So all the Chad horses, Brown horses, all 3 of them are 5-1, 5-1, and 9-2. So again, of the 3 Chad Browns in this here $1 million turf race, I like the number 4, which will be my third pick. Tribhuvan. I like this horse a little bit. Will be my third pick. The other 2 I'm going to look past, but could be used underneath, both 3 and the 8. Well, the second horse in here that I think deserves mentioning, and I like a whole bunch, is the number 6 horse, and is actually the 3-1 favorite. Cheryl Spice. Well, Cheryl Spice has 5 wins from 9 starts. No, you didn't. I just said it. Cheryl Spice, the number 6 at 3-1. 5 wins from 9 starts. And again, it's Roger Atfield. That's our folks trainer, classy trainer from north of the border, of course. And this horse is currently riding a three race winning streak. Won the Grade 1 Maker's Mark Mile in April across Keeneland. Came from far back with a blitz at 9-1 with Louis up. So Sias is in the arms, right? So the number 6 Cheryl Spice will be being bet heavily and hard, and is my second pick in here for sure, right behind the number 1 Ivar. So I like the 1 and the 6 for sure in here. We talked about my third pick, Tribhuvan, which is Mr. Brown's horse, of course, Downtown Brown, the turf master. And I thought the race was so wide open. I wanted to mention the 4th horse in here that I think should deserve some attention, and that's the number 10 horse, Santine. Santine has 2 wins from 5 starts in 2 seconds. It is Brendan Walsh, and it's Godolphin and Godolphin. I had no way I was going to leave this horse out. Right, the number 10, everybody knows my weakness and my propensity to love Godolphin horses. I am associated with their fantasy league, and I do some things with them in terms of following them. But the number 10 Santine, to me, this horse is by Distorted Humor on the back end by Medaglia Dora. Brendan Walsh, Godolphin, what else is new? So that's going to be my 4th pick in here, and I'm going to use all 4 of my horses in the pick 4 and pick 5 going into the Derby, obviously. So you know what? It's a $1 million race. It's race number 11. I believe this is the race that couples the Oaks Derby pick 3. So I think it's the Oaks on Friday and the 11th race here at Churchill, and of course the Derby. I believe that's the Oaks Derby pick 3, okay, which you got to bet obviously on Friday. So that's a nice little play, of course, that Oaks. We all know about the Oaks double, Oaks to the Derby, but a lot of people don't talk about the Oaks Derby pick 3. And this 11th race is the second leg of that pick 3. I'm more than certain, but double check. So the Oaks and the Turf Classic, race number 11 is leg 2, and then of course the Derby is leg 3. That's a nice little play there. I'm going to use my 4 horses in that pick 3. Okay, so, and of course pick 5. So my picks in this turf $1,000,000 races, I love Ivar. I mean, to the point where I would single him a bunch. I mean, I got everything I like about the #1 horse. Yeah, I like the trainer, and of course Joe Talamo. The horse is coming off of a big break, and I like that. And the second pick, of course, is Cheryl Spites. I mean, you can't knock this horse by no means. Mr. Atfield, Shirley Roger knows what he's doing. Very, very sound trainer. Maybe he's the Canadian Chad Brown, because he is awfully good. So we like the #6, and of course the other Chad Brown, Tribubavan, the #4 horse. So for us, it's 1, 6, 4, 10, the Godolphin horse on the bottom in the Turf Classic. $1,000,000 shackles. And remember that pick 3, the Oaks Derby pick 3. Oaks, 11th race on Saturday is the second leg, which is this Turf Classic, and of course the Derby. There it is, folks. We're going to run through these races pretty quick, just so we'd be able to have something out there and look at these great, great undercard. Enjoy your Derby day. Stay classy in everything you do. I know you will. Enjoy yourself. Have a bunch of fun, folks. There it is. My name is Wayne Baldwin.